Again, my name is Rizzo Erno, and I am the volunteer coordinator for Philly Pride 365. I also serve as the chair of the volunteer committee, made up of community members such as yourself. So Philly Pride 365 is having Philly Pride Festival at the Parkway this year. This is our third festival. The first 2 years, we witnessed enormous growth. Last year, about 145,000 plus attendees. It's a crush of humanity in a small area, so we wanted to do something bold, and we also wanted to align with the city's 250th anniversary plans. So we are having it on the Parkway. So that basically means that we need to reimagine how we are going to have folks volunteer for our Philly Pride Festival. Also, there was a march slash parade component to that as well. But basically, we're looking at multiple roles, trying to recruit around 250 to 300 volunteers. Of course, if we get over that, all the more the merrier. We're going to have shifts between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And everything from setup to breakdown. So I was able to put things together on the Phambassador website. I have the event live for everyone to take a look. I have the rules situated along with the shifts outlined as well. So basically, with setup, we are looking for 40 volunteers for each of these shifts. Let me also add that we'll have 2 to 3 supervisors as extra support for all of our volunteers. I will also be on site as well, along with members of the volunteer committee and the leadership. So there will be support going into this. There also would be, I'll get more into that as well with this, but there'd be a little bit of additional training and orientation to go along to supplement people's information about this event. So going further with our rules, a little brief summary here. The main thing that we need, folks, for our event is the ticketing. So with the Philly Pride being on the Parkway, we're able to have a much more secure perimeter. So we're going to have entryways and exit points. We'll have a main entrance, a side entrance, and a VIP entrance as well. So we're going to need about 100 to 150 volunteers between our 3 shifts. You'll see shift 1 will be starting at 11 a.m. The 2, we have a shift 2 from 1 p.m. to 4, and we have a shift 3 from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So these shifts are not very long at all. We've done this kind of model in the past. It's worked pretty well with folks. You can sign up for as many shifts as you want or as little. It's basically one of those things where whatever your time commitment allows, we can get you situated in a way that you could basically hit the ground running. Because a lot of these roles, kind of mirroring what Philadelphia Soccer, you're just basically being a friendly face, an informational point. The main focus point, like I was saying with the ticketing, is that you're just going through people's tickets that they have been provided with, be it a free or with our $10 donation that we'll be having. We'll have a software for that as well, and folks who are signing up for the ticketing ambassador will get you set up with the additional training with the software when it becomes available. Um, so that being their main focus points. If there are folks who have a little bit more of a skill set that they kind of want to take advantage of and offer up to Philly Pride 365, we're always looking for additional talent when it comes to folks with a wider range of skill sets. Like, for example, if you're in show business and you have experience with performer support, we'll have entertainment stages that will need crew to kind of assist our professional crew with setup and also performer support. And basically what that means is just kind of assisting with the backstage logistics, no heavy lifting or anything like that. The pros will basically just be using you as kind of like as additional support, a little bit of gophers, additional pair of hands, nothing strenuous of that sort. Maybe a drag queen will ask you to go get them some water and what have you, stuff like that. That's basically what we're looking for with performer support. New with for this year, we're also having a makers tent, which should be set aside from our vendors. The makers tent is going to be focused on LGBTQ businesses, small businesses right here in Philadelphia, and we'll have a dedicated support team, volunteers just for them. Basically, we will be arming you with answers to any questions that our vendors might be having. So you'll be prepared to support them in any way, shape, or form with, getting their table set up, making sure they have everything they need. Just basically ensuring that they're comfortable throughout the day. We'll have a nice dedicated shaded tent for everybody, so we won't have anyone hot in the sun or anything of that nature. We wouldn't do that to people. That's just rude. Now, the one thing we'll have a specialized requirement for, possibly this is actually two things we have a specialized requirement for. We will have a dedicated youth and family section, and we do ask volunteers to have a background check active with that. So if you're a substitute teacher, other educator, what have you, a mandated reporter, if you've had to go through that background process, that's the same exact background check that we're asking for. Folks who have worked with children, have experience with children, we highly encourage folks who are interested in volunteering for our youth and family section. Please, we would love to have your help with that. It's going to be a nice quiet area, just like years before, where folks and families kind of can just have a nice little youth pride right there, kind of a tiny pride within a pride. Within the festival grounds as well, we'll have a Pride merchant info tent. We'll have staff that with volunteers as well. With merchandise, if you have any retail experience, money management as well, please let yourself be known. We'd love to have your help with that. Also, one thing we have new this year is our visibility team, which is basically social media and content. You're basically going around a festival collecting content, taking pictures with permission, videos, things of that nature, kind of capturing the moment of the day and gathering content that we can use for our back end things for social media, for public outreach, things of that nature. So if you have a knack for just capturing a moment just right, please let me know that you're interested in. Um, and then we have a volunteer headquarters that will have dedicated just for y'all. That tent will have food. We'll feed you all as well. We are very nice when it comes to getting catering donated to us. So we'll have foods, drinks for breakfast and lunch, and we'll have dinner as well throughout the day at the volunteer tent. It might kind of be like a little buffet kind of thing going on, but we always like to make sure that we are feeding our folks and taking care of them throughout the day. And then this is the other part that I want to say we have kind of a additional requirement for. If you have Red Cross certification and CPR or for first aid, we are looking at building a community wellness and safety monitor team to assist the Philadelphia Fire Department and just being able to get, if there's an area of distress, getting that area, just kind of being a big old flag to assist with medics getting through the crowd, things of that nature. We're not sure what the crowds are going to look like, but we know from last year's and the year before that experience, we can have these very big crushes of humanity, which can make it very difficult to get through large crowds. So we're trying to mitigate that and create this, the most safe environment that we possibly can. And if we have volunteers in the community who have experience with first aid and CPR and things of that nature to help create that safer environment, we want to be able to include those folks. And last but not least, breakdown. We want to leave the parkway better if we can than how we found it. I used to be a Boy Scout, so it's one of those things where I like to leave areas better than how I found it. Um, I don't like the moniker Philadelphia as much as the next Philadelphian resident. I hate that moniker, so I like to create a little bit of post-show magic and assisted sanitation with just helping with breakdown, getting all the tables, what have you, out of the way of sanitation to kind of make their job a little easier because they'll be doing the main sanitation work. I just want to make sure with the breakdown team that our tables and chairs that we have had set up earlier today are just broken down. And again, with this information, we'll have so much more available to you as we get closer to the event. We're still finalizing the festival layout. Soon as that becomes available, we'll let folks know what that looks like. And I do believe that's the basic information I have, but I am very much looking forward to your questions.
Great, thanks, Rizzo. One person did just say that they signed up and it signed them up for the full shift of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I can
I
see,
will I will fix that. So I was just setting that looks quick. It's on my end how I set up that event. I'll break
okay,
that down into shifts for us. But yeah, so at the bottom you have my email to the individual who did sign up. Please send me an email. Let me know which shifts you're interested in, and I can basically get you onto the master sheet with the correct information until I can uh, put the permanent fix in place.
Rizzo, you have to leave some people for us to take volunteers. When you lock people 12 hours, that might be a problem.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Y'all have a wonderful thing going on. I
Just
don't want
kidding.
to take
I'm
all the
just kidding.
volunteers.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to take you for 12 hours. Yeah. So if you have already signed up, yeah, we're not taking all. Yeah, that's not what we want. But you could take as little of as one shift if you would like, to as much as we've even had people who have worked with side with me all day, and I don't complain for that. But I always like to make sure take care of yourself though. Any other questions?
I was like, I did make sure to drop your email into the chat in case folks need to email
Excellent.
you. The site to sign up for Phambassadors is jointheforce.com. So you would receive an email from the FAM inviting you to claim your account. And then once you create your account, you can go back to that website multiple times to log in, see the new things. You can also download the app, which is powered by GivePulse. So if you find that on the App Store or on the Google Play Store, you can use your same login information to view all the events that you sign up for, as well as check in, check out, get reminders, things like that. So, Rizzo, I just want to confirm the date for the main event is June 7th, correct?
Correct.
Great. All right. Hey, Jim, go ahead.
Okay, hi there. Rizzo, thank you for that great presentation. Sounds like an amazing, amazing day. And just wow, those numbers are unbelievable. Couple questions.
Mhm.
Can you sign up for multiple shifts on that day? Like say 8 a.m. for setup and I don't know, 10 or not 10, but like 6 p.m. to help with breakdown.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, folks, I've had folks in the past who just sign up for a setup and breakdown, and they enjoy the festival in the in the meantime. And yeah, like people can, it's kind of like choose your own adventure for that day.
And, and you had me at cater meals. I love cater meals.
Yeah, we did donuts, coffee for breakfast, and other breakfast foods that people donated. It was pretty, yeah, like pastries and Danish. Oh, it was amazing. Lunch there was we had sandwiches and hoagies. I forget, and what else did we have? The Italian restaurant brought in all kinds of different pastas and and lasagnas. It was amazing. So it's one of those things like as soon as I have an idea what our catering looks like, I always share that with everybody as well because I have a feeling we're going to have a very similar experience where we'll have restaurants be able to take part and share us their wonderful food.
Oh, fantastic. And then finally, what does setup and breakdown involve for the fans? Are we, lifting 100-pound boxes and driving cranes and doing, I like forklifts.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that question. Last year we used these really heavy wooden tables I was not a huge fan of, and every year I'd advocate on the leadership meetings that we need to change. So this year is the first year that we are getting plastic tables. Woo! So we'll have plastic tables
Good.
and chairs for vendors. It's basically what the step is. It's just we'll have designated areas where folks will meet up or kind of be in contact with vendors as they sign in assisting with this setting up their tables and their tents. And then just general setup of tables and the chairs, what have you, and whatever there might be little areas that the Pride organizers might have set aside when it comes to the youth and family sections, that kind of like the little barriers that we might be putting in within the festival grounds, like light barriers or not anything heavy. There is no heavy lifting, but we do ask folks that know yourself enough to be able to have a somewhat of a physical experience when it comes to setting up and breakdown. If you do have like any doubts that you might be able to do any of the physical lifting or anything like that, please, well, email me and I'll be more than happy to clarify anything that just make sure we're not biting off more than we can chew.
And I guess with each of the shifts, there's a description of what those responsibilities are, correct?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. On the Phambassador website, I also have a document. Um, Let me see if I can share that actually. Oh, why are you not letting me share?
I mean, that's okay. If it's there, we'll be able to see it. I just want
Yeah,
to
it's on the I have it on the Phambassador website where I have the rules broken down, and I do have a little blurb as to the description as to what the role entails. But if folks want additional information, of course, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Great. Thank you, Rizzo.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim.
Rizzo, I also saw there's a question in the chat asking about the clearances for the family area. If they have,
Yes.
A, are clearances required, and B, if they don't have them, is there the ability to get cleared? Would you all work with them on that?
Oh, that's a good question. We hope to have a on-demand background check leading up to the festival. Like this year, we're having it structured, we don't have enough time to assist folks in getting a certification before the event
Alexa,
itself.
turn on hall light.
Sorry? Pardon? I wasn't make sure I
Like,
didn't miss it. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss a question that was said. But if you have the certification already, that's who we're looking for. We wouldn't have the ability, unfortunately, at this moment to help you get the certification, but we do hope to have a program launched later on this year to assist with that type of volunteer development.
that's great.
And I will be also offering Gender 101 competency training leading up to that'll be a part of the orientation training that folks will have. So if there's any type of questions when it comes to, or will we have the competency training that necessary to dealing with the general public? Absolutely. We'll have trained professionals providing that additional training to y'all as well.
Great. Thanks, Rizzo.